Welcome back to another one of my favorite, not necessarily a meal, but one of my favorite dishes that I like to have when I'm out camping or backpacking. I did post another video of an easy backpacking dinner, and that is what I would eat first after getting into camp. You can look back for it in the list of videos. And this is kind of what I'd like to call dessert that I would have, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes or an hour after that. So kind of get into camp, eat, set up camp, and then while this is soaking, set up camp and then eat this. This is my take on a chia pudding. And you know, if you look at a lot of, I watch, again, might be like you, I watched a million YouTube videos on people prepping for the Appalachian Trail, what food they're bringing. And, you know, there's, again, a lot of people rely on a lot of junk food to get them through the hike. And a lot of people rely on the prepackaged stuff. So if you take, for example, a Mountain House package of dinner. I happened to find a generic popular one that a lot of people brought, and it says it's 2.5 servings in the package, and I've seen people that have literally held that up and say, look, it says 2.5 servings, so I'm going to split it over a couple of meals. And then a few people will say, oh, I could eat the entire thing. But in one serving, if you actually split that up and do 2 servings, so one bag for 2 nights, you're only getting 108 calories, and there's only 29 carbs in that dinner. If you eat the entire package of Mountain House, you're only getting 540 calories and 72 carbs. So, I don't know, that is not enough to fuel me. And I have eaten Mountain House stuff before, and I've eaten a lot of other different, you know, prepackaged sort of things. But it might be good to fuel me for a dinner at the end of a normal day, but it's definitely not to refuel me and recharge me for the following day if I'm out backpacking or if I'm out just doing an overnight trip. So go back, look at the other meal that I did. That's 500 calories, 120 carbs. This meal right here is almost 900 calories, and it's like 114 carbs. So here we go. Actually, I made a list that's in front of me here, so I'm going to go right through. First, the star of the show. These are chia seeds. And hopefully through video magic, I was trying not to get fancy, but you know when people in their videos go, and up here, I'll make something magical appear. So hopefully what I'm going to try to do is on each side of me, allow you to see what the package looks like and the nutritional content. So if you end up watching this video and there's nothing here, that means I just got too lazy. But the first thing is chia seeds. So chia seeds, as legend has it, the Aztec and Mayan warriors used to stock up on these before battle because they gave you so much energy. And I go with 5 tablespoons into my cold soak zippy peanut butter container. The 5 tablespoons alone have 243 calories. It has 21 carbs. It has tons of anti-inflammatory omega-3s, 8 grams of protein, B6, B3, vitamin K, tons of iron, magnesium, phosphorus, selenium, calcium, and zinc. And I cannot count and talk at the same time. I think that was 5. If it was 4, it was supposed to be 5. So, 5 tablespoons of chia seeds, and that is the key ingredient to this pudding. The chia seeds are going to form a gel and kind of expand, and that's what's going to give it its pudding-like texture. All right, the next thing is, where'd it go? Is soy milk. The soy milk, you can go 4 tablespoons, and the soy milk by itself has 190 calories, 36 carbs. It has a bunch of B12, vitamin E, calcium, and a small smattering of all sorts of other minerals. Again, I think that was 4. All right, and the next thing is pumpkin seeds. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds in. you don't like pumpkin seeds, you can put in some other kind of seed. I like the pumpkin seeds in here. Pumpkin seeds are 85 calories, 7 grams of fat, 4 grams of protein. And you're going to get copper and, whoops, was that? I keep losing count. It's supposed to be 2. Lots of copper, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, and zinc. The next item is sesame seeds. I am all out of sesame seeds. I actually just ordered some new ones today. But normally I put a tablespoon of sesame seeds in there. It has zinc and it has magnesium. And again, you know, a lot of people take those packets of electrolytes or those little tabs, I forgot what they call them, for electrolyte replacement. You don't have to take all those extra supplements. You can eat your electrolytes. So, you know, magnesium is good for your electrolytes, helps you keep balance. All right, the next thing is I put in about a quarter of a package of pudding. And you can experiment with any kind of pudding. I've used pistachio, I've used banana once, probably never again. And what I would normally use is chocolate. And I actually only have a quarter of a package left, so I'm not going to measure it out. As a matter of fact, it might be even a little bit less than that. But again, usually about a quarter of a package. And Jell-O is now making a, I don't know, more natural version of pudding with fewer chemicals in it. But you can buy some, you know, if you're really, you know, crunchy, you can buy some, you know, go to like a Whole Foods and get a better instant pudding than this. Actually, you don't even need the instant pudding. And the next thing is raisins. Getting to the bottom here. Put in 2 tablespoons of raisins. It's 81 calories. And 21 carbs. And there's traces of things like phosphorus and potassium. I'm going to put in a little extra. But I put them in just, it gives you that little bit of a sweet bite in every spoonful that you eat. And the next thing is hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are high in omega-3s, magnesium, manganese, and phosphorus. And they're also high in omega-6s, which is the bad fat. But the type of omega-6 that they have are GLAs, gamma-linolic acid, and that actually boosts your immune system and helps fight inflammation. So it's the good kind of omega-6s. And I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of that. Now again, normally this would be going into a Ziploc bag, and then I would put it into the cold soak container. Getting towards the bottom, I have carob chips. Put in, I 2 or 3 tablespoons. So you're talking somewhere about 80 calories with that right there. 11 carbs. And then, what else? I think that's it. Some other things I might throw in is some dried fruit. I can throw in some papaya. It's really good in here. These are goji berries, so I'm going to throw some goji berries in. I've eaten this with cranberries, and you can throw in, you know, if any of these other things you don't like, you can substitute it for something else that's healthy. These are pecan bites. You can throw in walnuts. I do not like the taste of walnuts. They have all sorts of good nutrients in them. I don't really like walnuts, so I stay away from them. But that is basically the meal right there. And again, you're looking at about 850. If I throw in a little extra fruit like I normally would, you're looking at like 900 calories, 114 carbs. So between my supper and my dessert, I have plenty of carbs that I'm stocking up on. And again, you know, I wrote down some of the things that are in here. You're looking at like a whole daily dose of vitamin K, copper, iron, almost a daily dose of magnesium, phosphorus, tons of selenium. You're looking at half your daily requirements of zinc, calcium, B6, B12. And so again, you don't have to have something that's just, you know, empty calories. You know, and again, I think when you look at a lot of the videos and you read a lot of blog sites, And I was even listening to a podcast the other day where the person was like, calories, calories, calories. It's not just about the calories. Have some calories that actually have nutrition that help regulate your body. You can have the right amount of calories and you have nothing to help out with your electrolyte balance, and you're still going to hit that wall. You're still going to cramp up, and you can have a lot of calories but not have proper carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, and the next day you wake up and your muscles are still depleted. So what I do next is I forgot to bring my water over. I fill it up with water. I think that's something you have to test for yourself, how thick you like it. Obviously, if you put in a little water, it gets really thick. Put in a lot, it becomes a little bit soupy. But if it was a day where I needed to drink more, and I just, sometimes you get tired of drinking water, I might fill it up towards the top. And what I'll normally do is put the water in and shake it up. And sometimes it's better to even shake it up before you put the water in, so the chia seeds mix around. And usually after about 10-15 minutes, I'll shake it again. And I think that's really important, because otherwise what happens is a lot of the heavier stuff settles to the bottom. So if you just fill it with water, shake it, and leave it, you end up with a lot of chia seeds and at the top, and all of your nuts and your berries and stuff are at the bottom. It doesn't taste bad, but after about 10 minutes, if you give it a good shake, it helps kind of sprinkle everything around, and then when it re-gels, everything is mixed throughout the entire mixture. So again, you're looking at almost 900 calories in this little jar. It's a great dessert. The chia seeds are full of carbs. They're also full of fiber. So when you're done with this, you are going to feel full for the rest of the night. Chia pudding. Don't be afraid of it if you've never tried chia seeds. Even Walmart now is selling chia seeds for a really good price. This used to be something that would be, in the back corner of a health food store or something like that. And with all of these things that I have, buying bulk is one of the best ways to go. A lot of the things that I have, even, I have the jar of pumpkin seeds, but I have ordered it by the really, really big bag, and I think that's what makes a big difference and helps keep the cost down. And again, feel free to substitute your own nuts or anything else. If you want extra protein, you can throw in some TVP, and that's it. I think I've yapped enough. So, chia pudding, I have no fancy name for it. Try it. If you're a carnivore, do not be afraid of it. It is good for vegans. It's good for people who are vegetarians. It's good for people who are gluten-free, and it's good for you meat eaters. How do I know? Because I ate it when I was a meat eater, and it tasted delicious. All right, thank you for watching.